Okay, let's go again. So, what's happening on the history? I've won quite a few of the last few games actually. To get back up there to 2172. 2172. Okay. Title players. Impassivity 3310. Who is he? Doesn't say. Doesn't look a promising ending, this for White. That part spawn is pretty strong. That's it. How did that game happen? What was that? Interesting. Okay, so is he playing another game? Let me just observe again. So 3-minute blitz. Oh, we got an emey. Okay. How's emey been doing? Up and down a little bit. I think open Sicilian, bit of fun. So without A6, huh? Quick sharpening and pawn centre without A6. So I could have played Bishop B5 to try and exploit that. Maybe. Yeah, Knight B3 maybe. So something like Bishop D3 castle. King H1 or A4, possibly A4, a little bit of prevention just for that B5 and King H1 F4. That might be on B3 means maybe even A5. Okay, that's brought out. F4 here and King H1 soon. Although King H1, does it really have to be played here? There is the diagonals. What about just Queen E1? I like Queen E1 for Queen H4. So does he castle kingside or is it going to be queenside? Queen H4, Rook A E1. I'll do this. Okay, 1 E5. Take. Rook F6 later if castle kingside. Okay. Queenside. Bit vulnerable there, surely. Queen E2. What does he do about Queen E2? Looks very, very fragile. Or even A5. And Queen E2 straight off the bat looks pretty nasty. Picking on A6. Say knight B8, A5, B5, maybe just taking. Okay, I'll see what happens. Queen E2. So something like knight B8, A5, B5. I'll just sack that, bishop B5, A takes. Ooh, right, take. I'm going to take on that A6. It's got to open up the G file. Is that any significance? I wouldn't have thought so. Bishop, I think it's a free pawn. And with that B5, you know, getting a knight to B5. Okay, there's a road, but as we've seen in a recent Adam's short game, the G-file road doesn't mean much if the artillery can't be put on there quickly. So I'll take and try and just smash through quickly. So like A5, A6, knight B5, that sort of thing. Well, there is a trick now. Queen B6 to win the rook. So maybe King H1 is a good idea. After taking, just make King H1. Or just knight B5. Actually, knight B5, there's rook F3 to C3. Well, A6 here looks pretty good. And there's knight B5 after, or just ED. A6 looks juicy because of ED fracturing all the pawns. Double pawns, isolated pawn, isolated pawn, isolated pawn. Beautiful knight on D5. There's just so many weaknesses there. Something ED. And the knight's tied down to the bishop. Okay, there's bishop C5. But knight B5 looks just juicy. Queen B5 looks juicy. A7 looks good for Queen A6. A7, knight A7, Queen A6. King C7, knight B5. Actually, A7 for Queen A6. Looks very good, actually. I think I'm tempted for that. While there isn't a blockade. Just to get onto that A6 square. Because Queen B7, A8 queening. Queen A6 in. Drive the king over. Lots of fragmented pawns here. Okay, I just don't believe Black's position here. It's looking absolutely shattered. Pawn structure, king safety, big pass pawn on A7, Queen A6. If King D7, I'll just maybe take on D5, winning another pawn, threatening knight B6. Okay, I'll do that. Queen A6. So if Queen B7, A8. If King C7, knight B5, maybe. was really better after king c7. King c7, knight b5, king d7. Doesn't look promising. Rook ad1 there. I don't think. Can't believe that. There's knight takes d5 here, among other things. I think knight d5, simple. Threatening knight b6. And a8 is just queening, actually, just winning a rook. The queen moves. When does the queen move, actually? The queen doesn't move anywhere. It's knight b6. I'll just take care, and there's knight b6. Okay, a bit brutal there. Only got 1 point for that, but yeah, I think it's dangerous to castle queenside. Even though it's a theoretical option, it is pretty dangerous, as this game shows. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.